Something which started off with one or two MPs in Parliament of the TMC suggesting that possibly the best bet to head the India alliance would be Mamta Banerjee. After that, it was Mamta Banerjee who herself reiterated the same. And then it snowballed with many India alliance partners coming out and putting their seal on approval as Mamta as for heading the India alliance. Sharad Pawar, you have Lalu Yadav, you have Uddhav Thackeray, all of them suggesting that Mamta Banerjee could be the best bet to lead the alliance from here on. Does it isolate the Congress? Number one. Number two, can the TMC, which doesn't have a footprint beyond the state of West Bengal, is not even a national party, because TMC lost national party status this year, should it head the alliance? And ultimately, is Mamta Banerjee looking to carve out a possible third front that could benefit both the BJP and the TMC? Let's take these questions to Rajya Sabha MP Sushmita Dev, who's joining us from the TMC. Ms. Dev, appreciate you joining us. Number one, are you of the opinion, Ms. Dev, that Mamta Banerjee is the ideal candidate to head the India alliance here on, and why?
I think anybody who has proved herself or himself as a force to reckon with against the BJP is who people want at the helm of affairs. Remember that the beginning of the India alliance was to make sure that votes are not divided so that the NDA can be defeated. NDA was also an alliance and India was also an alliance. So I don't think there was a difference in their, definition as such as an alliance. So the alliance was made to defeat the BJP. Now, how does Honorable Chief Minister's name come up in this? She was categorical in saying that if the Congress cannot run it or the people at the helm of affairs can't run it, she's very happy to learn it. But she also put a small caveat there that Bengal is headed towards election and she will have to focus there. What does that mean? Now, you talked about the fact that Trinamool Congress is not a national party. I heard you say that, and you said we don't have a footprint outside Bengal. Fair enough. But in a number game, what matters is the strike rate. How many seats are you contesting and how many seats are you winning? Now, for instance, the left has a national party status, as you know, but clearly the number of seats Trinamool Congress has is higher than the left, as you know. So sometimes when it comes to the number game, which is the crux of every democracy and the way a government is formed in a democratic country, number is important. Secondly, Mamta Banerjee continues to win despite the media being against her, despite the fake news against her, despite the BJP's communal agenda in Bengal. These are the three key things that the BJP uses to defeat the Congress. And Mamta Banerjee has defeated BJP despite that. So let me put it in perspective. All of you have been asking a question, is India alliance divided? No, absolutely not. India alliance is not divided. But we are obviously looking at the situation where who has a better strike rate. Now, one important figure is after the BJP, the largest number of MPs are with the Congress party, and we cannot deny that. But the third largest party, when you look at the number of seats in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, are with the Trinamool Congress. Okay. And one has to pay heed to the fact that Mamata's strategy, the way she's managed the organization, narrative, and the politics of Bengal, she's sort of pioneered the formula to defeat BJP.
But, okay, Ms. Dev, you pointed out that numbers matter. Let me give you another statistic, and I would reckon that would matter on the party which should be chosen to head the alliance that you're part of, and that is the vote share. 2024 vote share, the Congress now stands at a 22.34% out of, the entire chunk of the India alliance, where the TMC is concerned falls short of the 10% mark. So that's a huge divide to want to contend with.
See, I'll tell you what, seat sharing is a separate issue, Preeti, and who should lead the alliance vis-a-vis strategy, vis-a-vis how to fight it, vis-a-vis how the seat sharing should be done is a separate issue.
We're talking about vote share, not seat share. Vote share, 22.4% vote share in Lok Sabha.
Let me put it on record, and I'm not going to mince my words. Congress is the party with the second largest share. I and my party accede to that. Number two, Congress contests across the country, somewhere sharing seats and somewhere directly fighting with the BJP. We have absolutely no way of denying that. We bow to that. But the fact is that the alliance was formed to strategize against defeating the BJP.
Okay.
And if someone has pioneered it, it's Mamata Banerjee. And that's her.
Okay, Ms. Dev, allow me to ask you this question then. Why does the TMC feel that the Congress has let you down and is incapable, inept, whatever word you might want to use, to lead this alliance?
You answered the question.
I'm asking you.
Yeah, I find my answer in your submissions that a party with the largest vote share, a party which contests on the largest number of seats in this country, if they cannot successfully defeat the BJP, then we have a problem there. We have a problem there. So, within the alliance, with everybody's consensus, after a thorough democratic and an open-minded discussion, there is no harm in actually sending that message out that India alliance is being led by someone who knows how to defeat the BJP. It may actually inject more life into the India alliance.
Sushmita Dev, what do you make of those, and there are many political analysts who suggest that this is all a sinister understanding between the TMC and the BJP, that the TMC forms a possible third front, isolate the Congress, which suits both the TMC as well as the Bharatiya Janata Party?
If anybody follows Mamata Banerjee's politics, if anybody follows Bengal's politics, if Mamata Di compromises with BJP, her politics is over. So anybody who poses that question or makes that supposition is either purely daft or has absolutely no political IQ. She is the biggest challenger to Modi, Shah and the BJP in the nation. And I'm proud to say that.
All right, so you're suggesting it should be Mamata Banerjee. If the alliance partners all come in together, you want, or the TMC would rather want Mamata Banerjee to head this alliance, correct?
Yeah, and let me put it on record that Mamata Di said that there is going to be no decision without a consensus within the India alliance.
Well, that seemingly is happening.
Ms.
Dev, that seemingly is happening. So let me ask the question which will lead me to our debate next, and I'm going to, let you go, which is, so is that the reason why the TMC has steered clear of the Congress where the parliament is concerned? Be it on the Adani issue, every time they protest, you've not quite attended it. You've made a clear distinction that you are not standing with the Congress in parliament.
The answer to that is also in your submission. Mamata Di gets her seats from Bengal. Mamata Di defeats BJP in Bengal. And on what issues? She fights the BJP on unemployment, inflation, on deprivation of Bengal. So she wants to raise those issues which impact the common man.
So Adani is not important to the TMC, correct? You don't want a JPC on it?
Any kind of corrupt practices Trinamool Congress opposes, but there has to be a balancing of issues that impact the people.
Ms. Dev, is the TMC in favor of a JPC on Adani, which the Congress wants?
We feel, if you look at the past precedents, JPCs have never really been very effective, Preeti. So that's the reason we feel we need something tougher and harsher to come down on the BJP.
All right, Ms. Dev, I appreciate
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you joining us. Thank you. You did give us a news point.